mean, he could have been talking about the Starmen. We don't know. We're not from here, so there's all that backstory that we would have. We don't. So we just kind of got to piece it together without weirding everyone out too much that they don't talk.
Well, plus Stan to us have changed a whole bunch.
Marisol, on your Moby, there is a message from somebody in your tribe.
She checks it.
It says, in your native language, Waddle, thank you so much. With this money, we can rebuild the hospitals and the schools. You have saved us all.
Marisol's just, she's conflicted, but she starts sobbing. Like, she just turns around and just, like, covers her face.
Are you okay?
Marisol, yeah, are you good? What's going on?
This, timeline is just full of feels, guys. That's all.
Nia gives her a gentle hug.
She just starts crying into Nia's shoulder.
Well, whatever happened here, we can change it in the future, thinking she's crying about Lewis.
Yeah, I mean, just remember, this isn't ours. This is another us's. And Yutu kind of squints and just goes, that didn't sound like it made a lot of sense, but I hope it did. We're gonna get back to our time, and everybody should still be alive theoretically. I hope the bracelets didn't go off.
It's gotta be here. It's gotta be around this point. This is like an unstable point. Germanat has been here. This is like some sort of weird, I don't know, but without stands, without those items, we can't even make contact with these aliens that said that they were watching us. I can't think of anything else.
Hang on. And Yutu starts to go downstairs and he goes, we got Mr. Jr. said we had a bunch of Starmen tech, right? Why don't we see what we stole? And he starts heading down to the basement.
So if you go to the basement and inquire about that, you will see, first of all, Simone, Mr. and Mr. Jr. all just kind of gathered around some samples. Do you want to ask them or?
Yeah, he'll come down and just be like, "Hey guys, sorry about upstairs again. It's been a lot. What are we looking at? What did we end up getting out of all this? What's, I guess, the leftover from the wreckage?" And he kind of squints his eyes to see, like, am I wrong about saying wreckage? Are they gonna correct me?
Mr. kind of scoffs. Don't worry about it. I guess it's weird to try to sort out all the things that happened. Their technology was pretty advanced. It's mostly strangely organic, or at least mimics the properties of life. We recovered their memory materialization units and emotions towards an aquarium, sort of in the back of the lab. We've had Simone here taking samples from them. It is 4 fish kind of floating around in a waterless tank.
You found those? And I guess he recognizes the 2 mystery fish, or the candy fish and the mystery fish.
The candy fish, the mystery fish, the rumble fish, and there's a fish with a kind of a gold star on its head.
Memory materialization.
Yeah, you two will go towards the tank and look at it. And he goes, you got names for them?
No, not yet. I was thinking of naming that one Scully. He points to the rumble fish, the one that has a kind of skull-like face.
And Yutu kind of like scoffs and just is like, yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah.
Do they do anything, or are they fish? Do
we know? Sorry, do we know they sing to each other, like in character?
I would say now that you've had them at your place, 2 of them, they probably do make sounds at one another, like little sing-songy noises.
Do they sing in harmony now?
Yeah, they're just kind of quietly humming something, all of them, same note.
I love them.
Do you mind if I try something?
Depends. Is it going to be dangerous?
Yeah, it might be. Marisol has this, like, look in her eye.
How dangerous? I mean, those fish are kind of, they're really nice fish.
She holds up a fist and flexes it so that the knuckles are popping, and sparks dance off. Pretty dangerous.
I will have to ask you, please, maybe don't punch the fish?
It's not a punch.
Then what is it?
I was just gonna give him a little shock, somewhat.
I also asked you don't shock the fish.
Why do you want to shock the fish?
I want to see what happens.
No!
Please do not. And she looks to Mr. Jr. like, well, like, help me here.
Mr. Jr. kind of like nods and puts a hand on Marisol's shoulder. It's okay. You know, you could just, I know things are like weird between you and but like you guys will probably like, figure it out, I think.
Yeah.
Marisol's still looking just like straight ahead at the fish, but she lets the hand just ease the tension a little bit, and she puts her hand down. Alright. No seeing if the magic fish do anything. No problem.
Mr. Mister
Thank
kind
you.
of like gives his head a shake. The memory materialization units, as we've come to call them, are able to manifest certain things from memory, like items, materials. How they do it, we're not exactly sure. They're used to fabricate pretty elaborate pieces and parts, it seems, by the Starmen, where they were.
Think of it like a very excellent 3D printer.
Correct.
Except
So, can anyone program them, or is it just keeping close to them? How do you send them something to print? And Yuji's just watching them in the tank.
We're still trying to figure it out. We think with this sort of technology, we might be able to, I don't know, create tons of life-saving medicines or custom print organs, perhaps. Things that medical technology maybe is lacking a little bit behind. It's a really big game changer.
oh
I
yeah,
think, for
it could
medicine.
set us up maybe a couple hundred years from where we're at currently. Kind of breakthrough technology, if you will.
Mr. Mister Jr. kind of like looks around the room for a moment. I have to say, y'all acting kind of weird. Are you sure you shouldn't just like take a break? It's been a really stressful week.
Yeah, I mean, you really should.
How weird am I in this timeline? He asks out loud.
What do you mean?
Like, how normal am I in this timeline? How do I
yeah.
act? Oh, so good. I don't act normal. Good. So if I said I came from a different timeline, what would you say?
Marisol folds her arms and just like kind of covers her mouth.
Yeah, Yutu kind of gives her a look of just like, please don't. We don't know these. We know these people, but we don't know these people.
And someone's just laughing like it's a funny joke. You always were a jokester.
Nia wrinkles her nose and crosses her arms. Fine, but I'm looking at my chart.
You get a phone call on your Moby.
Do I know who it is?
It's Jason Valley.
Oh no!
Yutu's gonna stare at his phone and he's gonna look at everybody and he goes, should I answer this? And he's gonna like flash his screen real quick to show that it's Jason. And he goes, I should answer it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it can't be
Duh.
the same one.
I mean, duh. Well, why not?
And he goes, of course, why wouldn't I? And he, like, as he's saying that, he like presses the talk button and he just goes, hello?
Well, hey there, buddy. You're a little late. I was supposed to cover your show. Where are you?
I'm at the beach house, which you know where that is.
Did you sleep in?
You could say that, yeah. Yesterday, today, it just kind of blurred together and it got weird.
I mean, look, I'm glad that you got my husband and I tickets, but it's not worth having tickets if you're not going to be there to put on the show.
You're right. Of course, I don't know why I didn't set more alarms. It's ridiculous, actually. It's super unprofessional. My show, it's at the usual spot.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course. Again, it just kind of scatterbrained. I guess I will be on my way. And as he's saying this, he's looking at the group and kind of shrugging his shoulders like, what do I do?
I mean, and Simone just looks at him like, don't you have a show to go to?
Yeah, I've got a show to go to, so I'm late and I will be there. Again, I'm very sorry, Jason. Tell your husband I also said I'm sorry. And he says that part like stressing it.
Sure thing, buddy.
So, yeah. Okay, well, I will see you guys. I will see you guys soon. And then you two will be like, I guess I gotta go do a show, guys. I'll be back. Sorry.
Can we leave out of the house?
I don't know.
Go with you.
We're all going. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah. And you two goes, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you guys come see my
Of
show?
course.
Like, we're all
I mean,
friends.
Duh.
Is that cool with you, Mr. Junior? If we head out, like, I know you guys need to take this stuff. We don't want to be in your way.
Honestly, I think you guys definitely need a little fresh air. Again, I can't, from me to you, and like from the bottom of my heart, and all of us at the Speedwagon Foundation, like really, really thank you.
We're just doing our job. Thank you for putting your faith in us. And you two will start kind of rushing up the stairs to grab what he can.
Yutu, your DJ equipment that you would normally have is really, really nice. It's kind of the stuff you always wish you could have bought.
He'll load up what he needs. He'll grab his probably nicer outfit that he has. Like what his normal standard is probably elevated because this is this weird elevated version of reality. So he just grabs it all. He starts putting it on in the house, like as he's walking. Like he's slipping the gloves on. He's got the helmet on. He's just kind of changing as he goes. Hey, Simone, is the car outside or?
There is a car outside. It isn't Sweet Sangria. It's just a normal kind of standard.
And he goes, "All right,
that car."
Okay, cool. Everybody get in.
Yeah.
Before we go, what does Nia's chart look like in her room?
Your chart just says like it's connections of Starman, a blurred out picture, a picture of Tyson that is near the Starman, connected with lines. Big question mark under Tyson. Something about a fish man, just some kind of, it looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon kind of silhouette, and a big question mark under that. And a picture of you that you've framed, you, your mother, your father, and your little brother.
Oh
no.
I'm going to have a little brother.
You have a little brother.
Well, they were trying. Anyway, I'm going to take some of these pictures. And she just starts scooping them into her pockets before leaving.
Jim, if you were to go to check your room at any point, there are kind of mementos of your time as a soldier, as well as pictures of you as well with people that look like they are soldiers that you knew, but they are modern day. This is taken recently. Looks like some kind of group. Like you just have 4 or 5 friends, all recognizable as veterans that you served with.
Oh.
As well as contact information for mental health services that you keep by a mirror.
Huh.
This is truly the darkest timeline.
For Jim, this is truly the worst.
Jim gets mental help. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I keep having these weird dreams about goddesses, and people have these weird ghost powers.
Also, in one of the pictures, it's just you shaking hands with Halloween Jack, who's presenting you with a medal.
Jim hates this timeline.
Oh my god.
With all that out of the way.
Who's driving?
Simone. Yeah, Simone will drive.
As you drive to the usual spot, which is in, we'll say 5. Oh, you know where it is? It's where the House of Pain normally was, but it's not there anymore. It just looks like a normal club.
Yutu gets out, full DJ Rabbit costume on, and we'll just make a break for it.
Yeah, there's outside of the venue, street stylers are lined up with holding DJ Rabbit posters and signs that are cheering for you as you show up.
As he goes running, Yutu just kind of in full performance mode, throws his arms out and just starts as arms come out, he's high-fiving people as he goes. And he's just running in. Yeah, there's someone in the crowd. You can hear him say, "I knew he'd be late because it's cool to be late. It's cooler to be on time. I slept in." As he,
yeah, the venue. It's not it's just a pretty small club. This looks like it's just a nice sort of day show kind of club for street stylers to go to. It's pretty packed with them, including some that went missing during the Germanata attacks. They're there and they are alive. Alkesha is there as well. She's back to being dressed like she normally was when she was a street styler. There is noticeably 2 people who aren't there, however. One is Tyson, who's not there, and one is Kimber, also not there. Seems like the rest of the city street stylers have piled in to this event. Jason Valley is there as well. He has very nice tickets with a nice looking man, kind of dressed similarly, or likely to be his husband. They're very excited to see that you're finally there as well. Even Cicero is there with Carol with 2 C's. They look very happy to be together and aren't yelling at one another at all.
Wow.
I'll get up to the mic and I'll just go, "Hey everybody, sorry about being late, but you know how it is. You get lost going down those rabbit holes and all of a sudden it's the next day, huh?"
The crowd laughs and claps.
Yep. And he goes, "Why don't we get this party started, huh?" And he immediately starts playing. Yeah, as you go ahead and give me a groove roll. Nice. You do super great at this.